to build your resume up, your experience up, and get you a really good grounding. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. My name is Lauren and you're watching Social Work Scrapbook. If you're new to my channel, I make videos specifically for social workers, the aspiring social workers, studying social workers, and seasoned social workers. Today's video was requested by one of my viewers, whom I'm very thankful for. Her name is Angelica, and she's asking, I have it right here, she's wondering, do you have any recommendations on places to look for work after undergrad? She has her bachelor's in human services. She knows that she wants to go get her MSW, but that's a little later. So I'm going to answer her question. If this is something that you've been asking as well and wanting a little more guidance on, then please keep watching. Okay, so if you're in the boat of looking to establish your career, maybe you're taking a gap year, which is the year between your undergraduate degree and your graduate school program. You kind of take a year to get some experience, get some insight, which I'm going to tell you right now, I never did, but I wouldn't be against it. Let's utilize this time to get a really good handle of the type of social worker you would want to be. It makes sense to take some time and work in the field, gain some first-hand experience to see if this is actually something you want to go into. And for those that are still kind of on the cusp and wondering if this is for you, really sit down and try to get to your why. What is your purpose? There are so many populations, so many places to work in the field of social work, and so many areas to gain your experience. That's a really good thing. Now, the undergraduate degree programs, college experience is supposed to help you find this, but I'm seeing that less and less students really know what they're here for, and it's going to take a little more direction. There are several books that you can read to help you find your why. So this book is very helpful because it helps you kind of dig down deep into some of your life experiences and discover what your true passion is and how you can channel it into a career. The reason you would want to do this exercise and read this book is to really find your why, especially if you're an open book and you kind of haven't narrowed that in quite yet. Once you have your stories down and the book walks you through that whole process, find someone that's close to you but removed enough to be an unbiased listener. Finding a listener nowadays is very difficult. I'm a listener. I'm here. I have a social work scrapbook community group on Facebook. We're all here to listen. If you haven't seen that before or joined it, please join it. It's not the same as my social work scrapbook page that's on Facebook. It's a little bit different. So now after you hone it in and find which one is truly your passion, now it's time to look for the places that are going to be the best to give you that experience that you need to grow. Moving on, if you do know the population that you want to work with, if you do know that's going to be geriatrics, that's going to be children and families, that's going to be couples, that's going to be adolescents, that's going to be substance abuse. I'm always so honored to hear people tell me that my channel has inspired them to go into school social work or working with kids. That always brightens my heart and never gets old to hear it and read it and see it happening before my eyes. So thank you for all of those comments. So let's say your passion lies in children and families and adolescents, similar to mine. I would recommend that you go into a school system. You find a school and you work in any capacity that you can within that school. There's lots of different roles. There's behavioral specialist roles. There are family liaison roles, parent coordinator roles, student tutors. There are, even as a substitute. Now, schools can be a little difficult to get into. I realize that. So if that's not looking like a possibility, I will also say working in foster care, volunteering as an advocate for children that have been exploited or abused. Working at children's shelters, also another good option. It gives you that insight into what the work really entails. You can volunteer at a juvenile justice center. You can even be an officer at a juvenile justice center. And that's going to give you some really great insight into how the day-to-day works there. Some more concrete advice. I think the best search engine that I've found is Indeed.com. Search and look through jobs in your area or around your area that have experience or no experience at all, because I know it's nerve-wracking to go into a role that says this amount of experience needed and then you realize I don't have any experience. I was in your shoes before. If you were straight out of high school and went to college and then went straight through college and then now you're looking for a job, it's like, I don't have any of those experiences. I didn't work anywhere. I have literally zero experience. That's nerve-wracking, but it's okay. There are positions that will still take you. You'll find that there are positions that will count your college credit and your college hours as work experience. These positions are very needed. There's always openings, there's always slots, there's high turnover, to be honest, because it's a tough job. Please don't get overwhelmed in these positions. They're simply to build your resume up, your experience up, and get you a really good grounding so that you can really solidly build up and educate yourself further, because once you get that experience, then you can get your education to back your experience. Then you move into counseling positions and clinical positions where you really feel like you're making more of an impact. Go ahead and search for that dream job. What are the expectations? What are the responsibilities? And what type of experience can I gain now to get to that? Let's go over a sample application and we'll do the exploration together. While you're looking at this application, you'll see that there are the job requirements, of course, that they're needing. Really pay attention to the job expectations and the job responsibilities. That's what you want to look into. That's where we're getting our inside look into what are they going to ask in that interview? What experience do they want to see? You're sitting at the position right now to develop that within yourself. So start with the end in mind and work your way forward. This is going to make it super simple for you to connect the dots for your future employers. I'll tell you right now, when I interviewed for my school social work position, somehow I had all the experiences that they were looking for. They had a highly competitive pool of social workers to choose from, but I was hitting every single one of their bullets. That was unbeknownst to me. I didn't really do that on purpose. It just really feel like this is the place that God wanted me to be at the moment. So for one, the social work position in the school was posted very vaguely. It was a general social work pool position. So I didn't know whether it was in a middle school, a high school, if it was a floating type of position, I could not tell. But specifically, they wanted a social worker that knew how to work in the court system. So the fact that I worked in foster care and I had several appearances in court to advocate for children, I also had my experience in a juvenile lockdown facility. So that gave me great experience with drugs, with substance abuse, with addictions, with adolescent aged. And then I also had the experience in a previous school district that I worked in as a special ed social worker, with case management and transition planning and working with parents and families and discussing issues in ARDs and IEPs, plus my internship experience. I had my first internship experience at an elementary school, working with play therapy, working in the projects and assisting with homework help. Then my second internship experience was in a high school, working with the McKinney-Vento homeless or unaccompanied youth, doing case management there. I hit every single point that job application was looking for. You can get there as well. You just have to start with the end in mind so that you tailor your resume to shine once you get into that interview room for your dream job. If it's super stressful and you're like, there's no way in hell I can do this as a job, take a deep breath and realize that as you educate yourself and move up that ladder, you will learn how to navigate those issues. I have a lot of requests as well to do a video on how I handle tough cases. The graduate school program honestly is going to get you to that place. It's all a process and it's a journey. It's literally a journey. I started Social Work Scrapbook because I scrapbook everything in my personal life. I love to take videos. I love to snap pictures of memories and write and journal. And I figured along my social work journey, why am I not documenting that? So that's what Social Work Scrapbook is all about. If you haven't checked out my blog, there's a blog that goes along with this too. It actually came before my channel. You're welcome to check that out. You'll also see an area where you can work with me. If you're needing a little more guidance, if you want a little more mentorship, a little one-on-one type of discussion. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helps alleviate some of the nerves and some of the pressure that goes into the whole job hunt. I know how that is. I plan on making a series soon about how to interview, how to set up resumes. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'm wishing you social work success. Until next time. Bye-bye, guys. I'm not gonna pause on you. Young, and you're, what, how old are you when you graduate? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'll tell you when I interviewed. Yes. He's asking me for a snack. It's the most adorable face you can ever see. You can get that snack. Ask brother to open it for you. John, are those the hot chips? Okay. With the... you might...